Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about kiwi, the fruit, not the birds. I'll do a separate episode on the birds. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. The kiwi fruit is a famous symbol of New Zealand. Many people assume that the kiwi must have originated in New Zealand and then spread to the rest of the world through global trade. But is that really how it happened? What do you think? Is the kiwi fruit a true native of New Zealand? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is dioecious. That's D-I-O-E-C-I-O-U-S. Dioecious is a botanical term used to describe a plant species that have distinct male and female reproductive organs on separate individual plants. Since kiwi vines are dioecious, fruit growers have to plant both male and female vines in their orchards. A typical orchard layout has one male vine for every 6 to 8 female vines, arranged to allow wind and pollinating insects like honeybees to carry pollen between the plants. Only female vines are going to produce harvestable fruit, and proper pollination is key because it determines the size, shape, and seed count of each kiwi fruit. The word dioecious comes from the Greek roots di, meaning two, and oikos, meaning house. So it literally means two houses. In dioecious fruit, an individual plant produces either male flowers that yield pollen or female flowers that produce seeds and fruit, but never both on the same vine. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about kiwi fruit. Number 1. The kiwi fruit is a berry that grows on massive, woody, climbing vines. Botanically speaking, a kiwi fruit is actually classified as a berry because it's a fleshy fruit produced from a single ovary containing many small embedded seeds. They grow on large, woody, perennial climbing vines belonging to the genus Actinidia. Individual vines can grow up to 30 feet long and produce dense canopies of broad, heart-shaped leaves. A single mature vine can produce hundreds of pounds of fruit each season, so commercial growers have to build heavy wooden or metal trellis systems to support the plant's massive weight. Kiwi vines require a specific climate with adequate winter chilling hours to grow successfully. Most commercial varieties need between 700 and 1,000 hours of temperatures below 45 degrees Fahrenheit during the winter to break their dormancy. Once warmer spring temperatures arrive, the vines start to produce white flowers across the canopy. Growers prune the vines during winter and manage the foliage throughout the summer to make sure as much sunlight as possible reaches the developing fruit. Number 2. Gram for gram, kiwi has more vitamin C than an orange. A single medium-sized kiwi fruit provides about 70 milligrams of vitamin C, which easily meets the daily recommended intake for an adult. Vitamin C is an antioxidant. It protects cells from damage caused by free radicals in the body. A regular consumption of vitamin C also aids in collagen synthesis for healthy skin and improves the body's absorption of iron from plant-based foods. And the benefits go far beyond just vitamin C. A serving of kiwi has as much potassium as a banana. Kiwi is also a good source of vitamin K, which is essential for blood clotting and bone health. It has vitamin E, which is actually rarely found in high amounts in low-fat fruits. The vitamin E is mainly concentrated in the tiny edible black seeds. And another benefit of eating kiwi? Due to its high fiber content and low glycemic index, it provides steady energy without causing spikes in blood sugar levels. Number 3. Kiwi fruit consistently lands on the Clean 15 produce list for low pesticide residues. According to agricultural residue testing by organizations like the Environmental Working Group, kiwi regularly ranks as one of the least pesticide contaminated fruits available. During annual testing of non organic produce, over 60% of tested kiwi fruit samples show no detectable traces of synthetic pesticides. The natural, tough outer skin of the kiwi acts as a protective barrier against insects and environmental pathogens. Their thick, fuzzy peel allows farmers to use significantly fewer chemical applications than they would need for softer, thin skinned fruits. Post harvest washing in commercial packing facilities also helps to remove any lingering dirt or trace residues. And most people remove or at least thoroughly wash the outer skin before eating, so there's little to no pesticide residue left by the time the kiwi gets to your plate. Number 4. Not all kiwi is green. There are also gold and red varieties. While standard green kiwi fruit is the most widely recognized variety, growers have developed golden and red varieties with distinct characteristics. Golden kiwi fruit belongs to the species Actinidia chinensis. It has smooth, hairless skin, and inside the fruit has a bright yellow flesh and a tropical sweet flavor with much less acidity than the green varieties. The newer red kiwi varieties have an even sweeter taste. They also have a dark red ring around the core of the seeds. This pigmentation comes from natural anthocyanins, which are the same antioxidant compounds found in blueberries and blackberries. And finally, there are other little varieties known as kiwi berries that produce grape-sized fruits with completely smooth, edible skin that can be eaten whole without peeling. Those are made to be more hardy in cold weather conditions. The different varieties expand the plant's growing range into colder regions where traditional kiwi vines just couldn't survive. And our fifth and final fun fact for today: kiwi ripens quickly when stored with apples and bananas. Kiwi fruit is classified as a climacteric fruit, meaning it continues to ripen and mature after being harvested from the vine. They release a natural plant hormone called ethylene gas, which triggers the breakdown of starches into simple sugars. If you buy firm, unripened kiwi at the grocery store, you can accelerate the ripening process at home with a little help from other climacteric fruit. Just place the kiwi in a paper bag alongside an apple or banana. The bag traps the released ethylene gas and softens the fruit pretty quickly, usually within about 2 days. Of course, fruit distributors don't want the fruit to ripen too quickly, or it could all go bad in the warehouse. They use controlled atmosphere cold storage to keep kiwi fruit fresh for up to 6 months after harvest. By maintaining low temperatures and reducing oxygen levels in storage facilities, growers prevent the kiwi from producing ethylene. This allows the kiwi to be shipped all over the world without spoiling. And controlling when the harvested fruit ripens also allows us to enjoy fresh, high-quality kiwi all year round. Now for some news you can use. Kiwi is nutritious and delicious on its own, but it can also do wonders to help you tenderize tough cuts of meat. Fresh kiwi has a natural enzyme called actinidin. Actinidin breaks down complex proteins, collagen, and connective tissues in meat without leaving behind any artificial chemical flavors. Just mash a fresh kiwi and spread it over the meat, or place thin slices on the surface for about 15 to 20 minutes before cooking. It's important to keep the marinade time short though, because actinidin works very efficiently. If you leave it on the meat for too long, the enzyme will break down the muscle fibers completely, turning it to mush. And as long as I'm mentioning things to be cautious about with kiwi and other food, because actinidin breaks down proteins, it's not a good idea to mix fresh kiwi and gelatin or dairy products like yogurt. The actinidin will prevent gelatin from setting, and it can cause milk proteins to curdle. If you want to use kiwi with dairy or gelatin, cook it first. Heating will deactivate the enzyme, so you won't get those reactions ruining your food. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked whether kiwi fruit actually originated in New Zealand. This one's a fallacy. The fruit actually originated in the Yangtze River Valley in central and eastern China, where it was collected from the wild under the name Yangtze for centuries. In 1904, Isabel Fraser, a New Zealand school principal, brought seeds back from a mission trip in China. A horticulturalist named Alexander Allison planted the seeds, producing New Zealand's first kiwi harvest in 1910. Of course, they didn't call it kiwi at that time. Local growers initially named the crop Chinese gooseberry because the tart flavor profile reminded them of European gooseberries, although the plants are completely unrelated. When New Zealand fruit exporters began shipping it on international markets in the 1950s, the name Chinese gooseberry caused some major problems. In the Cold War era, the name put off customers in Western markets, particularly in the United States. So, in 1959, the New Zealand export company Turners and Growers rebranded the fruit as Kiwifruit. They chose the name to honor New Zealand's fuzzy brown national bird and establish a distinct market identity. So, while New Zealand popularized the fruit worldwide, its true origin is thousands of miles away in China. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about kiwi fruit with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.